Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. It's been a while I show my face, but I'm here now. If it's your first time on this channel, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Chioma. I am a dressmaker and a fashion tutor. Here I upload sewing tutorials, DIY crafts and pattern drafting videos. You may consider subscribing and also click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload new video, you will be notified. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for always coming to watch my videos. Thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate that. So today, I'm going to show you how to draft a corset pattern, how to cut, and how to sew a corset. So this video is going to be in two parts. The first part is how to draft a corset pattern, and the second video is going to be how to cut, sew a corset. So let's get started. So for the corset, I'll be using the basic bodice pattern for this. This is the front and this is the back. And the measurements I'll be working with are shoulder 15 inches, bust 40, bust point 11 and a half, on the bust 50 inches, round on the bust is 32 inches. Then the half length, that's the front half length is 19 inches and the back half length is 16 inches. The front half length is longer than the back half length by 3 inches. The width is 34 inches, armhole is 8 and a half, and nipple to nipple is 9 inches. If you want to learn how to draft this pattern, there's a link at the description box. Okay, so I added 2 inches that allowance at the waist. So the next thing I'm going to do is to divide this my shoulder line. I'm going to divide it into two, get the midpoint, and I will connect to the under bust line. Sorry, the bust point line. This is the chest line. This is a bust point line, under bust, and the waist line. Okay. So the neckline here is 3 inches by 3 inches. Okay. So let me divide the shoulder. This is the midpoint of the shoulder, so I will connect to the bust point line this way. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my dart. This is the nipple to nipple line. This is a nipple to nipple line. So remember I said I added 2 inches dart allowance to the waistline. So I'm going to take the dart of 1 inch here, 1 inch here. So this is 1 inch and 1 inch here. So coming to my underbust, I want to tighten the underbust. And remember that my round underbust is 32 inches. I will divide by 4, and what I have is 8 inches. So this is the 8 inches here. So whatever I remain, I will check what is remaining. What I have left is a 2 1/4. So I'm going to share the 2 1/4 on this line. Okay. So I'm going to do 1 1/4 this here and 1 1/4 here. I want to really tighten the underbusts. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to connect the waist dart to the underbust this way. Next, I'm going to use my curve ruler and I will connect from my underbust to the nipple to nipple line this way. So I'm going to stop here. Next thing I'm going to do is to close this my bust dart. The bust dart measurement is 3 inches. That's the difference between the front and the back waistline. Okay, so I'm going to close this dart and I'll transfer to the shoulder. So what I'm going to do is to open up this shoulder, this line coming from the shoulder. I'm going to open it up and stop at the bust points line. So I'm going to do that first now, like this. And I'll stop here. Next, I'm going to open up this line, that's the underbust darts. I'll stop somewhere and I'll close the darts this way. You see? So I'll use my tape and secure it properly. You can see there's a shortage here. So what I'm going to do is to connect from here back to my chest line this way. And I'm good to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is from my chest line, that is around the arm, from the side here, I'll go in by 1.5 and I'll mark 1.5 inches. I'll mark. So using my curve ruler, I'll connect from this point, okay, so that 1.5 mark this way. So I'm forming my breast cup. So this is it. You see. So what I'm going to do again is from this chest line. This is the chest line. Remember, I'm going to be marking a 1.3 3/4 from that chest line. I'll mark a 3/4 there. That is, I'll go in by 3/4. Go and at the bust points line, I'll also go in by 3/4 and I'll mark. At the under bust line, I will also go in by 3/4 and mark. You can also do half inch if you wish. So I'll connect the points this way. Next, from the chest line, I'll go down by half inch and I'll mark. This is going to be my cleavage depth. So I'll mark and I'll stop there. Next, I'll use my curve from this point, that is my under bust that I'll connect to that half inch this way. Do you see? So our cup is taking shape now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the distance between my bust points line and the under bust line. So what I have is 3.5. So to get my the over bust. For to get my over bust, what I'm going to do is to place my tape on the bust points line, and I will measure the distance between the bust points line and the under bust. I hope you're not confused. So the distance between the bust points line and the under bust is 3.5. So I'll mark that as my over bust measurement. So I'm going to place my tape on the bust points line and I'll go up by 3.5 and mark. So that will be my over bust measurements. So I'll do the same here at this side and at this side. So this is 3.5 here. So from this point, I'll connect to this point. And I'll connect from this point, connect back to the chest line. You can see that our cup is fully formed. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to cut off this dart. Now coming to the over bust, if you're making a tube corset, I would suggest that you tighten your over bust by, let's say, half to 3/4 inch on both sides. You tighten it by half or 3/4 inch. This will enable your breast not to come out if you jump or bend. Okay, but if you are going to have yoke, there is no point doing that. That is if you are using a bust dart method. Okay, and again, if you are making a corset that has a smaller yoke, as in those ones that has a small yoke by the side, as in around the armhole, just here, and here will be open, I will also suggest that you tighten the over bust. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to cut off this darts this way. So I'll cut out the cup now. So this is the corset pattern. So I'll separate the yoke now. This is going to be my yoke. So I'll warm it together. Okay. So I've gone ahead to label the cup. Here is S, meaning this that is the side, and this C, meaning that this is center, and this arrow shows that I'm to join this together. Now there's no allowance, seam allowance for this pattern, so when I want to cut on my fabric, I'll add seam allowance. Okay, so that's that. So we'll go back to the back. So this is my back pattern. I won't be doing much on this back. So what I'm going to do is from the chest line, this is chest line and this is the waistline. I've already added 1 inch that allowance at the waistline. So from the chest line, I'll go down by ½ inch. You can go down by 1 inch. It all depends on what you want to achieve. So the back is going to be a V. It's going to have a V neckline. So from this point, I'll connect straight to that ½ inch. I've already marked the ½ inch, as you can see. So this is the ½ inch. So I'll connect straight to that ½ inch this way to form my V neckline. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to locate my midpoint that is around the armhole, and I'll connect from that midpoint. I'll connect to that ½ inch as well, this way. So this is going to serve as my yoke. So that's all for the back. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this one is going off, and this one is going to serve as my yoke. So the neckline, the initial neckline is 3 inches by 1 inch. Okay, so this is where this zipper will start from here down. So that's all for the corset drafting. So the next video is going to be how to cut and sew the corset. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.